Welcome back to Nonprofit Marketing Minutes. I want to spend the next couple of segments speaking about RFPs. An RFP is basically a request for proposal, typically to handle a scope of work that your organization's team does not have the expertise or capacity to take on. They can be incredibly helpful if you're looking to wrap additional resources around your team or if you want to take a project off their plate entirely. But not every marketing need is a good fit for a formal RFP. RFPs tend to work best for projects that are larger in scope, time-bound, and require external expertise or competitive comparison. Let's cover some types of nonprofit marketing projects that lend themselves well to RFPs. First, branding and identity projects. If you're updating your organization's visual identity, messaging, and positioning by rebranding, or even just giving your existing brand a little refresh. Or if you're clarifying brand architecture like the relationships between national, regional, and program brands, or seeking the development of comprehensive style guides that will ensure consistency across print, digital, and field offices. This work is RFP worthy because it requires specialized skills, has long-term impact, and offers you the opportunity to compare creative approaches. Second, large campaigns and initiatives. These can be fundraising campaigns focused on year-end giving, Giving Tuesday or capital campaigns, even peer-to-peer efforts. Same for awareness campaigns. Efforts focused on public service messaging, social determinants of health, and education initiatives are great for RFP support. Also event marketing, galas, walks and runs, athletic tournaments, or national conferences that need a strong integrated push. These are RFP worthy because they require multi-channel execution with high visibility and significant spend. A third category that I think is ripe for an RFP is strategic marketing planning. Market research can be complex to organize, conduct, and result. So if you're working on audience segmentation, donor personas, or community perception studies, an expert on hand is helpful. Marketing roadmaps fall into this bucket for me too, because a partner who's working outside or alongside your organization can ask great questions and offer insight from other work they've done in your industry as you're building a 12 to 24-month strategic communications or donor engagement plan. And let's not forget about digital transformation audits. Assessing existing communications and recommending improvements is an important task, but a time-consuming one. If your team doesn't have capacity, this is a great place to engage support. These strategic planning efforts are RFP worthy because your organization can gain objective outside expertise and a competitive lens. Number 4, digital platforms and technology. Most small and medium nonprofit organizations do not have dedicated tech experts in all of the digital platforms we're operating on as marketers today. This can include website redesigns looking at user experience, affectionately called UX, as well as accessibility, SEO, and integration with your donation and CRM systems. Remember that true integration means that you can develop and activate donor journeys, email drip campaigns, even SMS fundraising if desired. You might also want to consider this for social media campaigns if you're struggling to manage paid and organic strategy across multiple platforms, or if you just need someone who can be dedicated to consistency and you've got a team pulled in a lot of directions. This digital platform work is RFP worthy because of the technical complexity, long-term investment, and honestly the importance of getting it right. You really can't do this work halfway. Fifth, creative production at scale. This is a need we see frequently. The internal team has a vision, but they just don't have enough time or hands on deck to execute it all. This might be capturing video series or producing documentaries. Often it's impact storytelling and annual appeal videos and campaign ads. Other times it's content libraries, the creation of templates, infographics, or toolkits for regional offices, chapters, or even empowered volunteers and partners. It can also be for advertising buys and creative. If you are looking at a multi-channel paid media effort, this can require expertise in both negotiation and creative asset development. That's all RFP worthy because this work is costly, labor-intensive, and critical to brand perception. Finally, any other specialized projects can also be considered for RFPs. Crisis communications plans where you're assessing reputational risk, advocacy or legislative campaigns that require multi-state rollouts or coalition-based messaging, even recruitment or retention messaging for volunteers, board members, or specialized staff, and sometimes just to fill the gap during a leadership transition. All of that is RFP worthy because it's sensitive, high stakes, and requires proven expertise. So when is it not really a fit to issue an RFP? Small one-off projects don't warrant a formal proposal. If you need a single brochure, press release, or just a few social posts, you're going to want to have a go-to partner aligned and not issue calls for a proposal each time. Same with routine services like monthly email newsletter development or ongoing social posting. You're not going to keep obtaining quotes for these every time you need services. If you're looking for a brand new partner to support all of your wraparound marketing efforts, issue an RFP once and then assign that agency or partner to do the routine tasks for a contracted period. And finally, urgent needs. When we are under the pressures of time, we don't typically have enough time to issue an RFP and await responses and move through a review and selection period. In urgent circumstances, we're better off tapping into an expert that can be referred to us or one we can at least read reviews about online before reaching out to see if we can engage them. The bottom line is that nonprofits should reserve RFPs for high-impact, resource-intensive, or strategic marketing projects where they'll benefit from comparing agencies' creative ideas, pricing structures, and nonprofit experience. In the next segment, we'll dive into how to issue an effective RFP that works for both your agency and respondents.